Okay, what if I told you you're alive during one of the greatest time periods in human history and you didn't even know it? And that there are great leaders alive right now that your ancestors will say, wow, you got to be there. You got to see them. You were alive during that time. Because it's true. And one of those great leaders is Trump. Because what Trump is doing is much greater than just being a president. He's returning power to the people globally. Barely anybody knows what's really going on. It's an absolutely phenomenal time to be alive because the time of tyrants and power and corruption are over. The time of billionaires hoarding wealth and pulling strings to their advantage is over. Trump isn't in there just to be the president. He isn't in there to just make America great again. He's in there to clean up house and to implement new technology that will radically transform the world. Have you heard of Web3? Cryptocurrencies, smart contracts, the blockchain? I know it's all confusing right now, but basically it's the next level of the internet. A faster, more secure internet. An internet that is not owned or controlled by anybody in a power position. You see, Trump's a winner. He's not a politician. He's an entrepreneur. He knows how to fix problems. And when somebody says, there's a piece of technology that can make our world faster and more efficient, people like him say yes. But dirty, rotten scoundrel politicians, or people with too much money and power who do dirty things like drug dealing and people trafficking, didn't want this technology to emerge. Throughout history, it's always been the struggle of the ultra-wealthy individuals and the poor individuals. And they've been pulling levers to make the power go in their favor. They hoard more and more wealth, more power in their favor. And it got to a very dangerous tipping point. And we knew it would happen. But we've had our red dots on these guys for a very long time. And it had to be done the right way. We couldn't give power back to the people until we were ready. Because power back to the people included forms of new technology. You see, we had to implement social media. We had to get the people talking, collaborating, building together. And we're doing that. We think it's just a fun game. It's much greater than that. We're sharing information. We're telling each other the truth. And the people, the wealthy elite that are in power, that have lots of money, never wanted us talking. They wanted us looking at the TV that they owned. The news stations, the television shows. They didn't want us sharing the truth. But it's too late! Because social media apps and videos and spreading information is spreading like wildfire. Pretty soon we'll be exchanging cryptocurrencies, a monetary system that they can't control. Nobody can control. Nobody can monopolize this new world that we're going into. Trump even said, I'm trying to make sure that monopolies don't happen. And several times, if you watched him live, he said, I'm returning power back to you. Now there's much more people involved in this, but he's a big part of it. And all of the people who created these new technologies. There's a reason why the people who created Bitcoin are nameless, because you don't create something that takes power away from very powerful governments like China. But these governments are going down, and they barely even saw it coming. Taking down bad guys wasn't easy, but we've slowly revealed them, and the people picked up on it, and we've talked, and we figured it out. Wealth and power is not where we're headed. It's not what we want for our world. We don't want ultra-wealthy people. We want an abundant world where people are thriving, where children aren't going hungry. We want technology that empowers us. Abraham Lincoln freed slavery, and Trump's doing something a little bit similar because we've been slaves to jobs, having to constantly work, struggle, and barely live, barely survive. The new technology that's coming, including robotics and AI, will completely free us from having to work endless hours. It's not natural, it's not normal. And create systems of wealth and monetary systems that actually help the people. So you have to ask yourself, well, then why does everybody hate him so much? And I would ask you this, if you were going to return power to the people globally, do you think some people would be pissed off? And do you think those people with lots of money and power would go after you, would try to turn the people against you? Just a thought. You're alive during one of the greats, the great presidents of the world, the great leaders of the world. And the shift is global. We're literally removing power from them and flowing it back to the people just because we have new technology. We are revealing the inequalities in our world, and we're talking about it, and we're fixing it. We've never had a communication system like this before. Social media is just the beginning. You can't lie in the new world. You can't be shady in the new world. And you can't own and control everything. You can't hoard massive amounts of wealth. But trust, our lifestyle will be very abundant. And not very expensive. In fact, we're moving into a micro exchange economy. Cryptocurrencies that hold a lot of purchasing power but you don't need that much money to survive. Everything digital, fast, and secure. And we have Trump to thank for helping us move into this new world. So people like Trump who care about the people of the world, because people like Trump are winners. They believed in themselves, they got to the top the right way, and they know that if they can do it, then we can do it too, if we have the right tools, if we have a system that's fair, that empowers the people. And that's what Web3 does. This is just the beginning. Trump's already implementing an AI-structured government, a faster, efficient government with much less corruption. And the technologies are emerging. And slowly by surely, you'll see yourself living a more happier, abundant life. All because great leaders were alive during this time. And the light came through. Because in the end, it always does. The darkness is the lie, and it's only a matter of time before it's revealed to be completely false, to be a complete sham. Drugs, people trafficking, wars. Say bye-bye. We don't need it in a world that's fast and prosperous, where the people are talking and agreeing and coming to conclusions. We don't need war. We don't need poverty. We don't need sickness. There was always more than enough, but they never wanted us to know that. Because bad people of the world who don't believe in themselves only believe in power games. And Trump is not a power game person, he's a person who empowers the people. So who's ready to rock and roll? Because I don't know what you did to earn this ticket, but you must have done something good, because you're here during the greatest transition of power of all time. No more wealthy elite ever again, and a new abundant world for the people.